What's going on, guys? So just the other night, EA held their EA Play Live 2020 event in place of what would have been their E3 event had the world not ended a couple of months ago. In this event, we got a look at some of the new tech EA is going to be employing, as well as a look at what the next Battlefield game might look like. Now, it's brief, but I think that there's enough there to at least talk about. So the first thing we got is this sort of rapid fire tech demo thing, which we're going to come back to a couple of these, but I want to jump ahead to where we get our first look at Battlefield specific stuff. So they start off by running us through some of the Battlefield games before coming up to this next gen scene. And I think what you see in this quote unquote next gen scene is actually worth stopping and talking about. So you have to ask yourself, what are they trying to show me in this particular video, in this particular portion of the video? And I think the obvious thing to point out here is just scale. Look at how many people there are here. Look at everything kind of going on. I think that they're trying to show us here that, hey, we're going to be able to have a whole lot of people on the screen at once, a whole lot of things going on. We're going to be able to compete with Warzone and things like that with over 100 people on the screen if we want to do that, or not necessarily on the screen, but in an area. If we roll forward in this video, we get something interesting here. See, these soldiers appear to be World War I soldiers. This looks like a Japanese soldier holding a Japanese, something like a Mosin Nagant or something like that. And that's interesting because most people tend to think that the next Battlefield game is going to take place in modern day, yet here we are looking at a World War I soldier. Is this just a carryover from the last Battlefield game that they've sort of upscaled in a way of thinking into their next gen engine, or is this a hint about what the next game is going to look like? We really don't know. Personally, I don't want to go back to World War I, World War II. I want more modern settings. I want modern guns. I want something fresh, something new again. I'm personally sick of World War I and World War II. I wasn't done being sick of it when we went back the last time. If we let it roll forward, we wind up getting this rather horrifying, smiling man, which just the more he smiles, the more upsetting he is to look at. And I really don't want to look at him any longer than I already have. It looks good, but good Lord, he's creepy. So with that, I think we need to jump back to the beginning here. So you get this, this smoke simulation, which looks quite good. Battlefields are often smoky. There are explosions. So that's going to look good in the newer games. I imagine, seeing something like this with smoke grenades or explosions, and it's going to look very good. Then the next thing you see is actually more potentially revealing. You have this simulation of a building collapsing. Now we're talking about what the next game is going to look like. Well, in this collapsing building, if you look to the top of the building, what you see is a satellite dish and some air conditioning units, which seems to indicate to me that we are not talking about World War I here. This appears to be much more modern. So perhaps that is pointing towards a more modern setting for the next Battlefield game. This is all speculation, of course, but who knows? So guys, with all that said, what do you guys hope to see in the next Battlefield? Do you think we're going to get a new modern setting, or we're going to be stuck back in World War I and World War II like we have been with Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, which are rather confusingly named now that I'm saying them both out loud? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts about how EA did in their press conference, what you think we can expect with the next games. Do you think we're going to get crossplay? Obviously, they're doing this in Apex. Everyone seems to be going that route. Should we expect crossplay to be a feature day one of the next Battlefield game? Personally, I think they have to. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.